Hi everyone, welcome to Relatively Refined. My name is Patty and I am so excited for today's video. I'm going to be sharing with you one of my prettiest thrift hauls. I'm going to take you along as we do one of my favorite late July, early August activities and stay until the very end because instead of a Relatively Refined segment, I am going to be sharing a story with you inspired by a viewer's comment. So if all this sounds good to you, go ahead and stay tuned. We are fortunate to have some new subscribers, and I wanted to take this opportunity to welcome you all and to share a little bit about this channel. We are three sisters, Paula, Kathleen, and myself, Patty, all over 50, educators, school counselors, and former school counselors who decided to start this channel in an effort to connect around our love of consignment and thrift shopping, decorating, gardening, cooking, traveling, basically all things lifestyle. One of the best things about starting this channel has been connecting with our viewers, who we have grown to love like family. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. We post videos once a week, and very often we add a second video. So hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever a new video drops. If you want, come on over to Instagram and see us there at Relatively Refined. And we do have a website where we post recipes, we host a blog, and we have a shop. So that's relativelyrefined.com. All right, everyone, welcome, and let's get started with this video. I am headed out to pick blueberries today. The blueberry farm is open, and look what I'm wearing. Like all blue, right down to my shoes. So I guess it was meant to be. That was not planned, but here I am, all ready to pick berries. It's a gorgeous morning, and I'll keep you posted. I am headed out about 25 minutes from my home to one of my favorite places, Liberty Hill Berry Farm in Enosburg Falls, Vermont. It is a beautiful drive and an even more beautiful spot. I love coming here to pick blueberries. I find blueberry picking to be such a relaxing activity. I was finally able to find some really nice things at the thrift store. If you've watched Paula's recent hauls, you'll see all the beautiful things she was getting. And I was feeling like, oh no, I can't find anything. But my luck changed a little bit recently. And these were items, some of them were things that I have been trying to collect and trying to find. And others were just really spoke to me as really beautiful and things I want to add to my collection. So I'm going to get started with this big piece right in front of me because I don't want it to, I don't want to knock it over. So this is, and again, I'll try the glare. This is a platter. So you can see it's a turkey platter. It's about 18 inches wide. And I saw those colors and immediately fell in love with it. It is transfer wear, made in Japan, and vintage. And I just think it'll be such a beautiful display piece at Thanksgiving or in the fall. And I love these colors. So it's got the yellows and the green, the brown, and it's in remarkable shape. There's no marks or chips or anything on it. There is no back stamp. I have the Goodwill sticker still on it for $4. There is no back stamp. Well, I didn't think there was. And then along the edge, there is an engraving that says made in Japan. So I think this will be, I really, for my dining room, was hoping for some sort of vintage platter or something that really spoke to me for Thanksgiving. And if you watched the If you've watched some of my recent videos, I'll try to link, I say recent, they may not have been that recent, but I know in the past I have shown you a few things that I've picked up. One being this sweet Friendly Village, these Friendly Village dishes that my sister Kathleen has a full set. I am just starting to collect them piece by piece. They are my absolute favorites. I don't know if you can see, anyway, but you can see the colors in there. There's the red, the brown, the yellow, the green, and I just thought these would be so sweet together on a Thanksgiving table or even a fall table. And these I would also use into Christmas. And I also thrifted last year, I think, these a set of 4 of these turkey plates. So I thought, again, they would be nice together. So for $4, I was super happy to find this tray. I can't wait to decorate for Thanksgiving, fall, and this will be in a place of honor as a display. So I want to get that shown and out of the way because that was just too risky right there. I think I told you that was $4 from the Goodwill. Out with that. The next thing that I picked up, I'm going to show you what inspired it. Again, from a previous video, I think around last Christmas, so maybe in December of 22, I'll link the video. I purchased this creamer. This is William Rogers Silver. I believe it's silver plate because it didn't have a marking for silver, but it is William Rogers. So I'm not sure if it is silver or silver plate, but I loved it. And my goal when I bought this was to build I really want a silver tea set. In a perfect world, I want a sterling silver tea set. But those of you who thrift, know that finding that in a thrift store is probably not going to happen. And you can see them in antique shops, that they are pricey. So anyway, this is how I started, and my goal is I want to find a footed tray and a silver plate, or ultimately silver teapot and sugar bowl. Well, this has been in my sitting room and just out on display waiting for the pieces. So at the Habitat store, I found this teapot. This is silver plate for sure, and I just polished these, and a sugar bowl. So I was thrilled to find these. Now this has some really beautiful detailing. I'm big on footed anything. And I did clean it up with the exception of the glue from the sticker. Comment below if it drives you crazy when they put these stickers on things. I know they have to price them, but I wish they could use, one of the other thrift stores I go to uses like painter's tape or easy peel stickers. This is like, I physically can't get it. I'm going to have to really work on getting it off. So if you have any suggestions, leave a comment below. It's one of my pet peeves. Anyway, this was $7. It is rather petite. It's not huge. And it has this really sweet finial. I just loved it. And this is going to be strictly display when I get my tray. This will go in my sitting room. And this had that very English footed look. And I just thought it was such a classic piece that I really want to add to my decor. And the little footed sugar bowl this is a set. I have this creamer, and this one's slightly different. The feet are different, but that doesn't bother me one bit. So these items will be prominently displayed in my sitting room, but I really do need to find that footed tray. So I am on the hunt, but these will be on display until then, all cleaned up and ready to go. So I can check that off my list too. Now again, my ultimate goal is a silver tea set, but I do thrift sometimes to what I call placehold. So what I'll do is I will put this set and find the perfect place for it and live with it, and then I can slowly start looking or even maybe splurge on a silver set. But I want to know this is what I want first. So that's where I'm at with that. The next piece I'm super excited about because it is something that I have been on the hunt for over a year, and I have never seen one in a thrift store. I have seen one in an antique shop, but I didn't love it. And this one I love, and it was $2 from the Goodwill. It is a Tulipier vase. So this is they call it a 5-fingered vase, Tulipier, and it has this beautiful scalloped edging for the flowers. It is in this really pretty blue and white. It is made in Portugal, has a beautiful back stamp, numbered, and I absolutely love this. It is something that I just am intrigued by. I think it is such a pretty little piece, and I think I'll put my 5 flowers in it today. So when I'm done with this, I'll clean it up and show you how it looks with the flowers in it. The holes are not individual. This all goes to a common vessel. So you put water in, and it will, it fills in one vessel. And I did notice there is the slightest chip. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it in the video, but the tip of this scalloped edge has the slightest little nick out of it. But otherwise, it's just in perfect condition. And it is so pretty. It has a really, in my opinion, kind of a Delft type look. So I absolutely love this. $2. I can check this off my list. I have been wanting a Tulipier vase for the longest time. I think this would be so sweet on a tabletop, on my windowsill, any little corner, and even without flowers in it, I think it's just such a sweet piece. So I am absolutely thrilled to find this at the Goodwill. So that was a big score for me. I also purchased, this is so heavy. I also purchased this candle holder with this glass globe or hurricane that goes on it. And this piece, it's a 2-piece set. This was $5. $5. And this is solid brass, but I don't love it. It's not Baldwin brass. So I just don't love this brass look as much as my precious Baldwin. But I didn't buy it for the candlestick. I bought it for this globe or hurricane. I first of all think it's absolutely beautiful. Again, it is so heavy. It's so heavy. But it has this insert, this pegged insert. And my thought was, if you watched this, I think this was a recent thrift find of the month. My sister Paula sent me these beautiful solid pewter candlesticks. And they have a very wide mouth for the candle. And I was having a hard time finding candles to fit in them. So my thought was to get a hurricane or a globe to put over it. And so that's what I thought this would work as. And it actually does. It fits perfectly. And then I can put a taper candle in because the inside has the smaller hole. However, this is pewter and this is brass, and you do see it. So I have to decide if I want to maybe do like a rub and buff on this to tone it down, or live with it two-toned, or I'm not sure. I could put it in my other candlesticks, but I really wanted it for the wide ones because it affords me a way to keep my taper candles in here. So I'm going to live with that for a little bit and see what I want to do, but I'll insert some pictures so you can kind of see what it looks like. I was thrilled to find this for $5. And I just think that elevates a candlestick so nicely. And then with a taper in, it gives off a gorgeous glow. This thick glass just gives off a beautiful, cozy glow because it protects everything from the flame. So it's safer and I think just more beautiful. So I loved this for $5. And hopefully I can figure out how to make it less conspicuous that it is two different colors. And the last thing I bought, is it the last thing? Yeah, the last thing I bought were these salt cellars. These were $1 each, 25 cents each at the thrift store. And I don't collect them yet. I think I may start. So I have 2. I'd like to get some more. But growing up, my father, he really liked tabletop items. We had knife rests and beautiful dishware and glassware. And my parents had a set of salt cellars. I'm sure they had at least a dozen of them. And we had a very big, long table, and the salt cellars would be out for special occasions. And it just reminded me so much of my father. So these are 2 different ones, 25 cents each. And I thought they were really cute. So I'd like to find some more and put these out for a special occasion, or just display them in my hutch just as a sweet piece. Now, this one is thick, and honestly, I'm not sure if anyone in my family will be able to get their fingers in to get the salt out, but this one is wider and a little more practical. So maybe, while not as pretty, it's a little bit more practical, but I love that they're different, and it really got me thinking that I might like to start collecting those or picking them up when I see them. But for 25 cents, it reminded me so much of my dad and his love for glassware and tabletop. And he just really took great pride in entertaining and having just the right glasses or dishware or silverware, just the right piece. And these really reminded me of him. Now, I am also on the hunt for the knife rests that we had in our house. So if I see those, I will definitely be grabbing those. I have not seen those in the wild, only, again, at antique stores. But anyway, a couple of salt cellars for 25 cents each to add to not to add to start my collection, which I will hopefully be adding to. The other items, I did get some other things, but they're very practical things for my son to take to college. Things like a mattress cover, brand new in the package, and I got some visors for tennis and golf and things like that, and some golf shirts for my husband. So that is my haul, small but very pretty. I'm going to go clean these items up and get them put out. I'm especially excited to put some flowers in that tulipier. In a recent video, I shared with you this set of decanters I purchased at an antique store, and I thought it was so interesting that they came in this unique locking caddy. Well, lest you think we don't read the comments, we absolutely do, because one of our kind viewers pointed out that this locking caddy is actually called a tantalus, and the name comes from Greek mythology. Well, I love to learn new things, so that sent me off and running. And I thought I would share with you the Greek myth for which this is named. Tantalus was a mortal king who was invited to dine at a feast with the gods. However, Tantalus deeply offended those gods when, at the feast, he decided he would like to serve his son as the entree. This did not go over well, and Zeus, as he was wont to do, punished Tantalus. And the punishment was that in the afterlife and for all eternity in Hades, Tantalus would forever go hungry and thirsty. However, he was put in a pool of water nearly up to his chin, and there was a fruit tree just barely out of reach. When Tantalus was thirsty and would bend down to drink the water that seemed to be right at his chin, the water would disappear. And thus, despite being surrounded by food and water, he could neither reach the fruit nor drink the water. So the Tantalus locking case is, you can see that it is aptly named. We can see the liquor, we know it's there, but we cannot get to it because it is in this locked caddy. Well, the one I have is quite simple, but there are some that are incredibly ornate and beautiful and are actually quite valuable. So I hope you enjoyed hearing that story, and thanks again to our viewer for sharing that. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do us a favor and give this video a thumbs up. And as you can see, we love your comments, so go ahead and leave a comment. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. By giving the video a thumbs up and subscribing and leaving comments, it lets YouTube know that you're enjoying the content. And it lets us know that we are on the right track. All right, everyone, thanks again for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.